Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Lucy. Today, I will clearly explain about important essay-type questions from 14th chapter, The World Between Wars, 1900 to 1950 Part 1. Lucy, do you know about nation-states and nationalism?
No, sir.
Okay, don't worry. Now I will clearly explain. First important question, 1. How did the idea of nation-states and nationalism influence desire for war during world wars? Now I will explain the answer for this question. First point, nationalism is a creed, or political ideology, that involves an individual identifying with, or becoming attached to one's nation. Second point, the ideology of nationalism was a positive impulse. It was the foundation of modern nation-states, and the force behind the unification of Germany and Italy. Third point, this ideology could be used to create pride in oneself and hatred against neighbors. This was used to build up hatred in the states of Europe during 19th century. Fourth point, aggressive nationalism had grown in countries like Germany and Italy. Fifth point is, Europeans become convinced of two things: that their nations and government were right, and that military win any conflict. Sixth point, the nationalist pride of the France was hurt by Germany. Seventh point, this nationalism influenced nation-states to go for wars to show their nation pride and patriotism in the world wars. Lucy, have you understood about first question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I will explain about second question. 2. Write a short note on various causes of two world wars. Do you think any of these are prevailed even today in countries around the world? How? Answer for this question. First point, even though there were immediate causes for broke out the two world wars, there were many other causes that contribute for these world wars. Second point, the immediate provocation for the World War I was the murder on the 28th of June 1914 of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria by a Serbian nationalist. Austria had immediately declared war on Serbia. Hitler's invasion of Poland, as punishment for refusing to hand over the port of Danzig to Germany, was the immediate cause for World War II. 3. Causes such as aggressive nationalism, imperialism, militarism, secret alliances, and ideological failure of League of Nations had mainly contributed for these wars. 4. After World War I, these causes continued to push the world to war. Origination of new causes also added fuel to the situation and resulted in World War II. One of such causes was the dissatisfaction of Germany with the legacy of World War I. 5. A large industrial complex producing arms emerged, which constantly promoted the idea of using war as a solution to diplomatic problems. 6. Most of these causes are prevalent even today in countries around the world. Now, third question, what are the different impacts of wars during the first half of 20th century? Now answer for this question. First point, the world wars have a long-lasting impact on the politics, society, and economy of the world. 2. The first consequence of the wars was widespread deaths and injuries. About 10 million people were killed in the World War I, and 20 to 25 million people in the World War II. 3. The two wars also established a regime of lethal arms race, particularly that of nuclear and chemical weapons. 4. The two wars also brought home the dangers of having undemocratic governments, and greatly strengthened the case for democratization of power. 5. With World War I, several empires have also ended. Russia saw a socialist revolution. Germany became Weimar Republic. 6. The Ottoman Empire was replaced by a democratic and secular state in Turkey. 7. After World War II, the colonies rose to independence, and hundreds of new countries were born across the Asia and the Africa. 8. After World War II, United Nations Organization (UNO) was formed to resolve disputes among the countries peacefully. 9. After a long struggle for political rights, like right to vote, British women got the voting rights in 1918. Beginning with the confidence of being breadwinners, women began raising their voice for equality in all walks of life. Getting the right to vote was a big step in that direction.